the UG Hub is where all government services can be accessible from, other than from the link that we shall give you. When you go on the UG Hub, you'll find the system. And then NIRA for our needs and our need validation. Because, you know, in this today, it is important that who you say you are is actually who you are. And that is one of the things that the system will do for us. We were talking with the cooperative officers yesterday, and one of the things they said, people would bring names, they would bring IDs, some are made from NASA, you know we have a university at NASA where you can receive a degree, receive a NID. Yeah, so this will, the data sharing with NIRA will take away the NASA national IDs that we have been having in the past. Yeah, and next please, I forgot to do. Yeah, so of course we cannot overestimate this. The era that we are in is the era of collaboration. My children know computer better than me. Actually, sometimes, and yet I did computer science for 3 years and did it for 2 additional years. But the era we are in is for digital collaboration. We are definitely in a digital revolution. If you have not yet known, you need to know now. The people that we serve as government want their services and they want them now. They don't want to be told to come back tomorrow. And as a ministry, we definitely need to catch up. And we need to be able to serve our people with what is online now. And it was critical for us that we change operations at MTIC. Please hurry through the slides. That is where we we had a lot of information. Traditionally, as the PS said, the Cooperatives department, which should be here with me, received applications from the 145 districts. Yeah? And they sometimes needed to move all these long distances. Like Moroto, I think you need 2 days to go there. Sindro, where I got married, if the roads are cut off by the rain, you have to wait until the road is better. And of course, it was very difficult to know if your application will be accepted or not. It was difficult to know how long it would take. It was difficult to know if the needs that we have are the correct ones or not. We had duplication of registration numbers. This we found out while we were doing the digitization. You give a cooperative a registration number, then you find one in like 19 something had the same number. Searching for these particular cooperatives, they would confirm, the cooperative officers here, that sometimes, because we are government, sometimes it's court, sometimes it's the bank, sometimes it's just the partners that we have. They will want information. But searching for a particular cooperative from the 46,000 or so cooperatives that we had was really, really hard. And of course, the cooperatives needed to be manually signed off. We have a typewriter where the secretary, after approval, would type in and then it is printed. That is almost what we had, what the PS was talking about. We would send Haji to that basement, and after 3 days, he tells him he's looking for the file. And Babi is looking for the file. Yeah? So that is where we want to go, to get everything from those documents that you saw and get them online. And that's where we are going, starting today. And for us as a ministry, it's not just about the cooperatives. We also want to digitize our operations as a whole ministry. So the e-registration for cooperatives is part of the bigger dream for the Ministry of Trade. So we want to do e for the cooperatives, for the industries, for the foreign people in foreign trade, for the industries. We also want to do e for our permits. We want to do e-profiling for our markets and everything, e-administration, feedback. The journey is a big one, but we have started. And we have talked about the benefits. Definitely, we shall have an improved citizen experience, we shall save time, we shall have better satisfaction, and we shall have operational stability for the cooperatives and for us as a ministry and as a country. And of course, we've talked about the errors. This will do away with the errors because we can find out the errors before they actually happen. And we shall have real-time evidence-based reporting and decision-making. Every day, there is a reason somebody wants to know how many circles we have. And there's a reason somebody wants to know why certain circles or certain cooperatives are doing housing or in health. It is a question that we have every day. This will give us real-time information as a ministry, as a country, and also as the districts that are here. You commercial officers and the cows, you can log in and know in my district, I have this number of cooperatives doing this, and they are located here and there. And then, of course, higher productivity for us at the ministry. I told you we have somebody whose role was to look for files, yeah? And it will take some time to get these files. So we will be able to turn these resources to better use, and of course optimize the work that we do. And of course, we have talked about this. We are in the generation of big data, analytics, and data is the next goal. Having this information is important for me, it is important for you. So this will turn around our performance, it will turn around our what we give, it will automate all the processes, as the PS said. And this solution is web-based. We will put it on mobile as well, but right now it's web-based. And it enables all the processes that the PS talked about, the e-registration, the e-certification, the onboarding, or what we call giving you logins as existing cooperatives. And we shall also have a dashboard that shows the analytics, depending on which sector you are and which desk you're sitting on, to be able to make informed decisions. And of course, the development included included a process. We did the interfaces, we did the back end, and now we shall be optimizing the processes that we have put on the system, because they are existing. But the good thing with digitalization is actually you get to know you don't need some processes. Yeah, so that is part of what we shall be doing, and then integrating all the related digital channels and processes, warehouse, UCA, with the banks, and every other service provider that needs the integration. Yeah, so as we said, we have digitized, we have over 50,000 cooperative paper files, and of these 46,295 have been completed. We will be doing capacity building, we will be documenting everything we have done, we have documented, and even in the future we'll document for the people that come after us, and then we'll do continuous system improvements. Yeah, so we are going to show you some of the processes that are in the system. There are a number, we can't show all of them, but we plan to come down to the regions, as the permanent secretary said, meet the cooperators, meet the DCOs, train them, and make sure that we are able to actually do this. So all those are the processes that have been developed: the name reservation, the name search, the registration of new cooperatives, the issuance of the certificates, the filling and approval of annual returns, application for permanent registration, and the cooperative search, if you want to know which cooperative is where, the document certification, the maximum liability. The cooperatives usually need this to get loans from banks, and it has been the bank writing, then the ministry writing back, then confirming that this was part of the AGM minutes. This will be just possible to know by going to the system and requesting for the same on the system. Then onboarding the existing cooperatives. This is simply getting a login, confirming who you say you are, and you have your login as a cooperative. Integration with the bank payments, with mobile money and banks and Visa, so that you can do this from the Cheshire, where I come from, without having to come to Kampala. And then integration with the different systems that we have said. So let us go to the system. I will welcome Tony to come over here. The link for the system, if you have a phone or a computer, is almost everywhere on the flyers that we have. It's https copmis.mtic.go.ug, and that will take you to the system as a first-time user. So what Tony is going to take us through is if you're coming as a first-time cooperative, what do you do? So when you get to the interface, that is how it will look like, and then you shall go and create an account. Tony, please.
Thank you very much. Tony Chibarama is my name. And like you've been informed about the interface, as you log into our link, you will see an interface like this. So to start your digital journey with us, you need to create an account. So you go to create account, and you should be having your national ID. As you input your national ID number, then when you still on your national ID, there is an ID card number. You input your ID card number, so that's my ID number, card number, you input it there. You input your surname or clan name, let's call it the clan names. You can also put your given name or your Christian name in that case. Then you validate your national ID. So we have made sure that all information provided is validated with NIRA. So you proceed with more details and your phone number. So to national ID with you, you need to have an active to ensure that, and you should put a stronger password. If you put is correct. So this message has come on our email. So you open your email very fast. So you make sure that you're in a place where there is good internet, and you make sure that you have all this information right with you. So we confirm that, and the message is, as you read through the message, you get a message that says that Cooperative Registration Management Information System, email confirmation, dear Chibalamatone, okay, it's just over here, that dear Chibalamatone, an account has been created for you in the Cooperative Registry Management Information System. Please click the link below to confirm your email address. So we shall click on the link. We are going to provide manuals, step-by-step approaches so that you can ably maneuver through. So you will send a code, still the verification code on your phone, and the number we provided. The code moves very fast on your phone, and to be input at this stage. So let us have the code on our system. Previously, this has not been the case, but now since you are going online and digital, we are trying to make a platform whereby you can ably maneuver through the system, so to enable us to transact with you. So we input our code. The code is right on your phone, the number that was provided. Elizabeth. Okay. So after it takes some time, about 30 seconds, because we are validating this information with an external user, that is NIRA. So this system has been integrated with the NIRA system. So whatever information that it may take about 30 seconds for us to get the code that you can keep waiting, and so that you can complete the system. Don't say, no, this has failed, this has taken some time. This is all for your comfort. So the code has been provided. It is 67718 and 0. It's a 6-digit figure that you will get. Then you verify the code, you confirm the information provided, then your phone number has been confirmed. You can now proceed to log in. So our account has successfully been created, and so we input our email again. And then the password, don't forget your password that you used at the start. It will be the same password through for an individual. We are logging in as individuals. You put the security features again. So this step-by-step approach will help you, will guide you on these steps. So as my account has been created as an individual, so I want to proceed with name reservation. we have provided a platform. Many cooperators were coming through. I have this name, it is rejected. He goes back to consult people in Soro, and they sit for another meeting to come up with a name. That we are saying that let us give cooperators a chance to reserve their names. So once the name has been reserved, you come to name reservation. You log in your credentials, then you come to name reservation. Because then after name reservation, we shall request you to input what type of cooperative do you want to register, the membership structure, and any other information that we shall ask of you at that level. Then you proceed with the details of the location. Where are you located? Where are your offices? Which village did you come from? And any information at that level. So you follow the steps as you input the right information. Then after that, we have made name reservation easy for you by giving you an opportunity to input at least 3 names of your choice. Because out of those, this is where the registrar will choose which one is appropriate for you. But you put them by using your scale of preference from the first one, second one, and third one. Then after you input your names, we proceed to payment. This time round, cooperators have been paying for bylaws, and now we are saying that let name reservation come with the bylaws at the same cost. So the name reservation is free, but now because we want to reply you together, we can send you the online bylaws. So you click here to initiate payment. And so you enter the payment details. You enter the payment details. I'll use, for example, we're going to use mobile money. And we have integrated our system to make sure that you should be having some money on your account. And should be able to access both the bylaws. Let's continue to payment. Okay, so here the payment mode. Payment mode is mobile money, so you should be having some money on your account. The very money equivalent of the bylaws. That's currently the bylaws go for 40,000. So you input your phone number, and you don't mind about the 500. This is for test purposes. So you proceed to payment, you confirm, and immediately a message will go on your phone, and you input your PIN, the mobile money PIN number. So then you go to applications. They're saying that our payment has been initiated. Go to applications. Yes, proceed to applications. So now the payment status is at this stage it is read pending, meaning that there are certain transactions that are ongoing between you right now, right where you are, and the phone. So you keep refresh your page. It can take about 30 seconds until the payment status here changes to success. Here, success. So if it's not successful, you cannot proceed to submitting your application. So now we are able to submit our documents because the payment status is successful, meaning that the money has successfully been deducted off your mobile money account. So we submit our documents to the office of the registrar at that level. One, we are sending him that these are names we want to out of those we want you to choose. Secondly, we are also going to get our bylaws. At this level, you get a tracking number, which is highlighted blue. The tracking number will help you to track your application. At what stage is it in the office of the registrar? And back in office, we shall be able to get a notification that there are tasks. There's an application from Chisoro, there's an application from Barara to help us to. So you can still at that level, you can input the search number, and they are saying that your application review is ongoing. Okay, so it can take depending on the task, because we don't want you to keep in the cafe for the entire day. Sometimes it can take about, you can check later in the day, but just know that at that point your application has gone to the office of the registrar. Then at that point you still get a message on your email that your application has been received, and you'll be able to get quick feedback on the same. So, yes, okay. So this is the message you'll get on your phone that, dear Chibalama, your name reservation request has been received, and use this application number to track the status of your application. The management, you can click here to track your application. So you'll be able to receive all those messages, and we are also going to empower the DCOs to be able to help the cooperators in interpreting some of these statements in their local language. So we have got a message from the registrar that he has selected for us one name. He has approved one name among the three Paracity Doctors Cooperative Society Limited, and so we are now able to proceed with applying for permanent for first registration. So the email you will get, it will come along with one, the approved name; two, to come with the bylaws that you paid for. It will come with the Cooperative Societies Act, both the Principal Act and the Amended Act. It will come, the email will also come with the regulations. So you'll be able to print, you can be able to download them, so it will help you save on the cost. So those are the model bylaws that will come along the email. So we can now go back to our login page at the interface and proceed with registration. So we have paid for the bylaws, our name has been approved. So at that stage, we are able to proceed with registration. Now, with cooperative registration, I have the bylaws, I have my name, my account that I can just log in very fast. So I go to register cooperative, and this is the name that was approved by the registrar. I go to register cooperative. You click here to register the cooperative. Then, of course, we have provided for you some terms and conditions, some useful information for your information, so that it can guide you through the registration process. Then, of course, there are those privacy policies that this information shall not be shared with any external user apart from the ministry and you, the cooperative. So, the registration process comes we require you to input demographic information of who you are. Remember, some of this information has been captured, so you just proceed through. But here, the share values, we include the quorum for the board meetings, the quorum for the general meetings. They have all been catered for. Then we can proceed with inputting. We input the interim secretary's details. The registered office has already been captured. So here you follow the steps as they come through, making sure that you input the right information. Now at this level, because we are going to send a certificate to the cooperative, so here you input the email address where for the institution. Remember, the other one was for the individual. So here you input the email address for the institution and the phone number, so that the printed certificate, the certificate can go to the right respondent. That is the institution. So here we upload some of those documents that we have been doing manually: the interim committee, the membership schedules, the financial statements, and we upload all those because we should already have them on our computers. So you should make sure that you have all the information at your backup. So you save and continue, then proceed to payment. Registration has been at a cost of about 50,000, So you, at this point, the same system that you use to pay for the bylaws, the same system you use to initiate the payment at this level. So you initiate the payment, and that payment has been initiated, then you submit to the registrar, who get a notification because you have already approved your name. Then at that point you get an email awarding you a certificate that your probationary certificate from Barra City Doctors Cooperative Society is ready for downloading on the MIC. So you get a certificate. Your certificate will look like this. For first-time registration, as mandated by the law, we first give you a probationary certificate for 2 years. So it will read, Barra City Doctors are hereby certified that this day this cooperative has been registered. It will bear the certificate number, the date of issuance, and the expiration date. It will come with a move up. It will come with the code, the QR code that you can scan, and it also helps us at back office to know that this certificate was from our office. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tony. Tony is from the Cooperatives Department and has been part of the development process with the rest of the cooperative officers. The DCOs, you're next, so that you're able to do this the way Tony has done it. So, does this microphone not like me for some reason? So after we have done this is for the new cooperative. You're there, maybe at your school, maybe at your place of work, and you want to register a new cooperative. But remember, we told you we have the existing cooperatives. Yeah? The cooperatives that have been in existence, those that were here in 1951. We have also provided for them. So that when we move digital, we don't have people who are coming and saying, you see, for me, I was, for before, they're all like saying we are before computers, that they are busy. We don't want cooperatives to come and tell us, for me, I am busy, so me, I still have my file. No. We have had a very hectic process that is still ongoing for data cleaning by InfoConsults, still funded by SAID, to scan all the files of cooperatives that we have. So Haji no longer has to go under the water, over the counter to look for particular files. So these cooperatives, to get onto the system, we shall go through a process called, that you have called onboarding, but really what it is to pick your details, confirm that who you say you are is who you are. I was reading on WhatsApp, and somebody, I think, had taken one of those drugs in Kenya. He parked on a road and started directing traffic to the bush. And maybe the motorists followed him. By the time the traffic realized that somebody was directing people somewhere, the guy had directed the number. There was basically commotion. So the reason we are doing this is so that we confirm that you're who you say you are. Yeah? So that is the onboarding or data update process. And of course, because we want to save time, that is why we are going through the slides. We have provided for a link on the website. For purposes of this meeting, we have done a form. The kitchen team can distribute the form where you can scan, yeah, with your smartphone if you have, or just go to that Google Form link that is on the link of the site, and put in your email and phone number. Because we don't know who Busoga Cooperative is. We have the information of Busoga Cooperative. We also have information of who the leaders are. But we have cooperatives that actually have not been filing annual returns. Yeah? We have cooperatives where they've had an AGM. So the chairman who was there last year is no longer the chairman. The purpose of onboarding is so that we are onboarding the right person, and they're the ones we are giving the logins. When we were calling people for this meeting, we had people who tell us, me, I'm the chairperson, I think I should bring the manager, because let me bring the manager. And remember, managers are employees. So some of the contacts we have are for managers. Maybe you have changed management. So we want the person leading the cooperative to be the one to do the onboarding. Yeah, so when you have started the onboarding, it will bring us a trigger. We are doing it 2 ways. The contacts that we have that are current, we have sent them emails. And an email like this that says, "Dear Mary, you have been selected on board Nyamtanga People's Cooperative Saving and Credit Society Limited." For the contacts we don't have, those that will initiate the onboarding themselves, we will receive a trigger and immediately send them an email like that, telling them to submit the official contact details of the cooperative. We can go on. And because we are still, the initial registration, as you saw, totally showing us, and even the onboarding, we try to confirm that you're actually giving this information to the right person. So as a cooperative, you will answer some security questions. Your cooperative registration number, and when you first registered. We are hoping that if you're the secretary or the chair, you have this information on your registration certificate. And after that, if the records match, because we already have these records, because we have actually scanned these records, then we successfully validate you, and we ask you for confirmation of the email of the cooperative. Yeah? So you put your email, you put the official cooperative number and the email. This we shall tell you a lot when we come to train you. Please don't put Mary's email or your manager's email, because the manager will go away. Don't put the chairperson's email, because after 4 years you're going to elect another one. Create an email for the cooperative for continuity, so that whoever comes in office will be able to log in and access the system. So you put in the official cooperative email address, and you put in the details of the contact person. When you bring your annual returns and this person has changed, we shall update, but you put in the one who is in right now, and you save and continue, and then you receive an email that tells you that we have created a cooperative account for you on the system, and we ask you to click and activate the account. These are initial procedures that you don't go through after, but you go through on first time login. Yeah, so you verify the email address and you verify the phone number. You might ask, why are we verifying email? Why are we verifying phone number? It is because we don't have control over email. Anybody can create a Gmail address. You have seen people create accounts of the bishop and ask money, and people get their photos because they're public figures. So it is possible for anybody to create an email saying that I'm Nyamtanga Cooperative. But it is not possible for somebody to have my phone number and actually receive the SMS for verification. Yeah? So then you verify both the email and phone number, and you continue, and then you receive your login details. So the login details will be your cooperative registration number and the password. This password is system generated. We shall expect that on the first login, you change it. So when you go to the home page, you notice there are 2 logins. There is for the individual, the person who is coming for the first time, then there is for the cooperative. Yeah? So you choose to log in as a cooperative, you put in the password that you have received, you put in that verification code that is to confirm that you're not a robot. Of course, for us in computer science, when people get bored, then they try to hack systems. But sometimes the robot cannot read that number and input it. So at that point, it will fail to proceed. The first thing that you receive is that you change your password, because the one we gave you is system generated. We want you to create yours that you will remember, and that you will hand over when you leave office. Please don't go with the account passwords. But if you do, we can still reset. Okay, so then at the first login as Nyamtanga People's Cooperative Saving and Credit Society, this will be your interface. You will be able to view the documents that we have, those that we have scanned, and you will be able to actually see what we have. For Nyamtanga, we have the recommendation letter that comes from the DCO at registration. We have the bylaws, we have their professional certificates, we have their, I can't read the second one well, that registration. We have their registration certificate, and you can click as a cooperative and view your documents. You can also click and ask for a copy if you want to save them. Please proceed. So if it chose to view its certificate, that is how the certificate for Nyamtanga looks like. It was, if you can scroll down, okay, this is yeah, so the certificate has the registration name that we don't want to show you, otherwise you might log in as them. The number when they were registered, it has a certificate that we scan at the ministry. And then we shall also ask you to update your data. You might log in and find we have your bylaws, we have your annual returns, maybe for 2 years, and you have for another year. Please, you'll be free to update your data and give it to us. And then it will go on all the files of yours that we have scanned. You can click to start the data update process. The cooperative started in 1951. The data requirements then are not the same as what we have now. So now we want to know a bit more. We want to know which value chain are you in. We also want to know what are you producing, where, who are your members. So we ask for some of those details. And then, after you have uploaded and they have been accepted, please continue. You will see that they have been submitted and approved. So that means you will have what the ministry has on your dashboard and maybe what you could have been keeping in your cooperative office. And then you can log in as a cooperative. So an existing cooperative has more services than a new one. You remember the person who was applying for the first time only had a form to submit their bylaws, but now this existing cooperative has more services that they can do. The amendments, the annual returns, the maximum liability, the debenture registration, and all the other services that the cooperative department gives to the public. Now, we cannot go through each one of them, but we shall do that at the training. The only thing we are going to do is that I'm going to ask a cooperative officer in 1 minute to just tell us about those other processes and what happens. And we shall finish our presentation. You can clap for me as you can.
Thank you very much, Melody. My name is Joseph Rutalo, and I work with the Office of the Registry of Cooperatives. You are welcome, all fellow cooperators. You know, it is the family. If I had the power, I would evaluate all my bosses. We would try to relax him a bit for 1 minute. I can see some of us, we are dozing a bit. So members, I hope the guest of honor can give me the power that I can let all of you stand for some 5 seconds. And we sweat a bit, you can greet your neighbor for a second. Thank you very much. Fellow cooperators, I know most of the cooperators we have in the house are all existing cooperatives. And I think they might have gotten worried that the system is catering for only registration and reservation of names. Just like the way my sister has mentioned it, the system caters for Section 2 of the Cooperative Statistics Act, Cap 112 as amended, which establishes the Office of the Registry of Cooperatives and all the services which the office has to offer to the cooperative movement. So from information, organizing, registration, which my brother Tony has mentioned very well, then also operations and advancements. The office is responsible for supervising and regulating cooperatives in this country. So in regulating, we have covered registration, but as you are also very aware that the law provides for registration on probation. which my brother Tony has catered for very well. The same system is to, for me I'm just here to confirm to you some other services which the system is going to be offering. After registration, you are very aware that law provides for a maximum of 2 years on probation. So after your probation, still the system will be giving a platform to register for permanent online. You don't need to come to farmer's house. You just have, if you have a manager or a secretary, you can do it from the office of the cooperative. That is another service. Then, as you are aware, the law mandates us to have annual meetings every after our end of financial year. We have those 90 days to organize. Simply, those of you who are not cooperators, annual meetings, I mean, leaders give accountability to the shareholders. So this, after the annual meeting, we need to file annual returns to the registrar. We are giving him a summary of what has been going on during the previous financial year. So this same system, you don't need you to come to Kampala. Like the way my boss case was like, he used to find the cooperators seated all over in the corridors. No, you just need to, one, update Form 3, upload the Form 3, the audit report for that financial year, the minutes of the annual general meeting, the attendance list, and the registrar's office will confirm, will acknowledge, file in return, and gives you, analyze it, and gives you feedback within days. You don't need to come to our office again. But during the annual general meeting, members pass resolutions to guide the leaders for the next financial year. Still, you don't need to travel from Ogamba to come to farmers' house to register resolutions. So secretaries, you are going to be enjoying now. You just have to sit, whether, you know, leaders don't have offices in cooperatives. For us, you remain at your place of work. You can even use your place of work to file returns, and even to file for registration of resolutions. The office will respond there and then. At the same time, during annual general meetings, you got shareholders, they give a maximum amount which leaders can get from outside the cooperative. That's what we call maximum liability. Still, you will be applying directly from the system, and you will get the certificate there and then, and you print out and you go to wherever you are going to get the loan. So also you have been applying for the venture registration, where we are supposed to give you a certificate. Still, the system will be offering that one. So members, the system has fulfilled all the mandatory requirements for all cooperatives in this country. The office of the registrar of cooperatives. I have talked about name searches. Name searches are mainly for our external partners, banks, and any other external partners who works with our cooperatives. Still, you don't need to go to the office. You just go to the system, you apply for the search you want, you clearly tell us what exactly you need. We will respond to you with a letter just within minutes, or if not, maybe a day. So members, for me, I'm happy as a technical person because it is going to be my work. So Madam Pierce, I don't know if you give us the opportunity, we can even work from home. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Initially, we had wanted to role play the registration, but realized it would take time. But when we were choosing who would do which role, Mr. Chwalaba said he wants to be the registrar. Anyway, so this is in short or in long is what the system will be able to do. Remember, it's something that we did show you, and that is the dashboard. Now, the dashboard is what we shall be using for reporting. For systems, usually they say it is garbage in, garbage out, so whatever we put in is what we shall get out. But also the good thing with systems is that you can get what you have put in and pick out what you want it to say to you. So part of what we shall get from the system is, of course, the total cooperatives that we have. Right now, we are showing those that you have digitized and cleaned. We told you that we have so far scanned 46,000. I don't want to make mistakes with the numbers. But those that have been cleaned are 40,000. And of these, those are the primary cooperatives that we have. Those are the secondary, those are on probation, and those are PDM, those are Myoga. So if the PS is somewhere in a meeting, or if Ivan, the Apex bodies are somewhere, and they ask you how many area cooperatives do we have, then you will easily know without having to ask at our office. It also shows us the growth trend. When did we register the highest number of cooperatives? When did we have a reduction? And maybe it helps us ask some questions. Why do we have an increase? Why do we have a decrease? We also told you that we are capturing the value chains for those who are into agricultural cooperatives. So we'll know how many are into maize, how many are into vanilla. That shows what we have right now. We have 254 cooperatives in maize, we have 144 doing cocoa, we have 730 doing coffee. And for us as a ministry, we are a ministry of trade, industry, and cooperatives. So when the cooperatives have produced, then we have the industry to process. Then we have the trade, external trade and internal to trade. So for us, the data is not stopping here. When we have markets in Juba or in DRC and they want something, we quickly know who to tell to produce. We put them on the round table and we say we need these tons of maize. We're the ones producing. How many will each one of you produce? And then we can quickly meet the demand. The parameters are of course many, but I just wanted to show you our dashboard. So I will request that you clap for us. And we'll show you a video while the MC takes back his microphone. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I think you deserve another round of applause. Indeed, it was long but for a purpose and very elaborative enough. Gentleman asked to be given a permission to work from home. We saw in COVID the population of Uganda increased. And if you want to work from home, those are own challenges. Yeah, we are waiting for the video. Then, but in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to recognize the presence of Glory FM and GNTV. GNTV Bishop was around and is the proprietor of GNTV. And he promised that this news will be broadcast on GMTV. And of course he said it's one of the TV that was started under the effort of Honorable Kali. He said we should thank you for that effort. And I'll also recognize the presence of Kao Mbarara. Been told he's around, he or she. Kao Mbarara, then Kao Isidro, then LC5, Mbarara, this local government, that the representative is around. These people registered, but I know we have to be seen. CCO, Mbarara City, then City Clerk Mbale, I've been told is around. Thank you for coming. Yes, and then we have DCO Usheni, and then CUCO Mbarara City. Yes, then Microfinance Support Center, I've been told the team is around. Thank you for coming. I think from Uganda National Bureau of Standards, led by Judith Atwera. They are around. Thank you for coming. A team from NSSF, National Social Security Fund. Thank you for coming. Uganda Cooperative Savings and Credit Union. Where are you? Yeah, thank you for coming. Then Dio Nakasongola. I did told you around. Where are you? to recognize you as we go. Let's watch the video, but in the meantime, I will request the following partners to be ready. Equity Bank for your presentation, and in the interest of time, I will request maybe you make it as brief as possible, but very rich. Equity Bank, Housing Finance Bank, Post Bank, Uhuru, DGRV, National Insurance Corporation, then Uganda Cooperative Alliance. As we get the video.
We all know the hassle that comes with registering your cooperative. From long traveling distances, to discrepancies in member documentation. It causes excessive delays in registration. And costs are a lot of money. It takes at least 3 weeks for a cooperative to get registered. While registration fees are only 50,000 shillings, the process of securing the certificate goes way beyond this, making the price of doing business uncomfortably high. The Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, with support from the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, has digitized the cooperatives registration and management process to improve efficiencies and reduce the cost of doing business for cooperatives. Through this initiative, over 49,000 old cooperative files have been digitized. The online cooperative registry management information system enables cooperative name reservation, registration of cooperatives, issuance of registration certificates, filing of annual returns, application for maximum liability, certification of cooperative documents, cooperative search, inventory registration, payment of services via mobile money, online payment of services, and tracking of cooperatives growth. With the Cooperative Registry Management Information System, cooperative registration happens in one day with 24-hour access to the system and your documents in the comfort of your cooperative premises. Follow the link and discover all the benefits today.
Thank you for that video. Indeed, it was very clear enough. I looked at that store where the files were. Indeed, we are moving indeed from analog to digital. But then, of course, it comes with its own advantages and disadvantages. Now I feel sorry for the person that will climb up there to look for the files. But kindly, Madam PS, make sure you repost it somewhere and let him or her not go home. Now, a brief remarks from the partners, Equity Bank, then Housing Finance Bank, Post Bank, Uhuru. Requestly, we use a maximum of 5 minutes. Then we will follow this order. After Equity, we'll get finance, housing finance, then Post Bank in that order. Thank you.
Okay. Good afternoon. My name is Nelson Bamwini. I'm here representing Equity Bank. I'm actually representing the Executive Director for Public Sector and Social Investments, Mrs. Elizabeth Merindi. I think for a year or two now, Equity Bank has made it a point that we need to work with the ministry to see how we support and streamline the cooperative sector. And in that, we are not only just partnering, but also at the bank, we are creating products that are aligned to the same. As an institution, it's part of our mission and its agenda that we give integrated financial services that will not only empower our customers, but the businesses and the communities. So when we come into the space of the cooperatives, it is now a big one. We've automated some of the processes. I know we've already started working with some of you here. We have about now 7,000 circles and cooperatives banking with us. Some of these have already gotten loans, but the more important thing is what the bank has done more recently by creating a product that we are specific to what the cooperatives and circles. So any cooperative or circle that comes to the bank looking for financing, of course, we are now giving them financing up to 3 times whatever they have saved. So if say any cooperative or circle is saving with the bank, you'll be able to borrow up to 3 times your saving, which means if you have 10 million, we give you 30 unsecured. You get that? If you have $1 billion, you take 3. So that one is towards supporting and streamlining your operations. I know like here in the West, they're working with the coffee farmers, and across the region, even in Isu and others, we are working with many. Of course, I can't mention the names here, but we have supported many of you. We still welcome you to the bank. We have many branches now across the country. It's no longer that you can't find equity. We have 50 branches, but those 50 branches also are supported by a network of about 9,400 Epidola agents. The same thing you literally do at the branch, these same agents can help you. The only bit maybe we shall need you at the bank if say you want to borrow, because the agents do not work on the loans. So look for any of those 50 branches and you'll be supported if you want to get financing from the bank. But our job and purpose still remains to transform the people of Africa, and we shall start this from Uganda, the financing and the support of the growth through digitization and other banking services we are here to provide. PS, the last thing is that Equity offered to give free financial literacy training for anywhere in the country that you call us. So any cooperative society that has its members and would like to get financial literacy training from Equity Bank, we shall be readily available. Even today we'll set up a team. For anything that you want, just come work with our team. I've come with Joseph, the branch manager from Bara. For those who are stationed in the Western region, Joseph here can guide, and then we make arrangements when we can come to you. All this financial literacy training, the bank is giving it for free. Thank you very much. I wish you the best.
Yeah, thank you. Next is the Housing Finance Bank. Yes, come and use your 5 minutes. Then Post Bank, get ready. You'll come after Housing Finance.
All protocol observed. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Halima Nankunda from the Business and Institutional Banking Department, Housing Finance Bank, and this is where SACCOs sit. Before I go to our presentation, I would like to mention that Housing Finance is passionate about financial inclusion, so we have made a solution for SACCOs. This year in January, we launched an app called HFB Investor App in partnership with the Uganda Cooperative Alliance. We launched the application that makes it easy for SACCOs, the leadership of SACCOs and members. This application will help you to send money to your SACCO account. Once you open an account at Housing Finance Bank as a SACCO, you send money using your phone, and then you're able to view balance, you're able to apply for a loan, and even the approvers, who is maybe the treasurer and the chairperson, are able to approve online. This cuts out the transport costs and makes it cheaper to get the loans and also to manage the SACCOs. Housing Finance Bank has been in existence since 1967, and we have 18 branches. Actually, we opened the 19th at Hoima. We have 500 bank agents and 24/7 ATMs and InterSwitch. We are not in so many districts, meaning if you go like to Tungamo, you can access our services through InterSwitch banks. Those are the features of our account. We have free monthly standing orders. You're able to do a standing order if you do an account from your account to the SACCO account. And I need to mention that this is actually free of charge. And even the HFP Investor app is free of charge once you have an account with Housing Finance Bank. You will get a third-party withdrawal savings voucher. You get free monthly statements. And we have very cheap opening balance, and there's no minimum balance for this kind of account, the savings account. Then we have an option for the current account, where you get one free checkbook and 3 counter withdrawals. And in case you want to do forex exchange, it is the preferential rate. Next slide. Benefits of our SACCO accounts or investment club accounts. The very first one is that investor app that I mentioned about. Then the second one is that we are in partnership with telecoms. So we entered into a partnership with MTN. So once a SACCO gets a Momo merchant code, you can actually save money on the merchant code. We have forms available in case the SACCO has an account and wants to join. You fill forms, we send them to MTN, they give you a merchant code, so you're able to send money directly from your mobile phone without moving. Like my mom who stays in Rampara is able to save money without leaving her garden, and it cuts out the transport costs. And then we have agency banking, and then you can also access mortgages up to 100%, meaning if you are SACCO and you've saved 100 million, we can actually lend you 300 million, and the security is your savings. In case you want to do a construction, you know we are known for mortgages. You want to invest in a building as a SACCO. So if you save 100 million, we can give you up to 300 million as a loan. And then also, in case you need an overdraft that is quick money, and you've saved 100 million, we're able to give you 50 million shillings. And then we have tiered interest, depending on how much you've saved, and the biggest is 7% per annum. That is from 30 million and above, which I believe most of the SACCOs have in their portfolio.
As you wind up.
As I wind up, our manager is in the house from Barra branch. You can stand up, and we have a tent outside to access any service or Housing Finance Bank. You can visit our tent or visit our Barra branch. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you, Minister of Trade, through the Permanent Secretary, for giving us this opportunity.
Thank you, Housing Finance Bank. Next is Post Bank. As Post Bankers, allow me to recognize this circle. I've seen Bochair of this circle. You're welcome. Yes, Post Bank. Then after Post Bank is Uhuru.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. All protocol observed. Sonko Charles is my name, and the regional supervisor distribution channels, and I oversee the Western region. I'm representing my regional head here. He got an emergency. He had to rush to a certain place to sort business. Greetings from Post Bank. We're glad to have this invite. I've learned a lot personally today about cooperatives. It is quite informative, and I believe I will pass on the same information to the colleagues. Postbank is a 100% government bank regulated by BUBU, and one of our mandates is to have financial inclusion, that is reaching to the last mile of a citizen in Uganda, the unbanked community. And through the same, our think tanks developed a mobile wallet. It's called Wendy. I believe majority of us have heard about the same. It's a digital platform, electronic platform. It empowers individuals, associations, cooperatives to access, to manage, to save their funds with ease without a normal traditional bank account. So our digital strategy was to have that on board, which was rolled out last year, October, by our regulator, that was BUBU. Success stories definitely have been registered. Over 10,000 PDM servers are being paid through the same mobile wallet. Volumes of transactions are happening daily. And I want to request the PS maybe when it could be part of the payment platform of the cooperative. So we shall be glad to cooperate with you. And it was nice having a nice time here. Thank you so much.
Maybe let me say something also. My name is Roberto Agava. I work as a bank as a business banker. As you already heard, Postbank has been very instrumental in PDM and in yoga. So I call upon all operators here. They have come ready to open real accounts, and the Postbank will offer you the best service. And also to our general community around, we have very good products ranging from loans, fixed deposits, trade finance products. So I urge you all to visit our branch. It's located on Barra Highway Street, opposite to Wayne. Thank you all.
Okay. Thank you, Oscar. Yes, Guru. As we get a representative from Guru, I have a message from the coordinator Cooperatives and Enterprises Uganda Government Forum, Mr. Kambuku Umar Konodin. Let me read the way it is. I bring greetings to you all, members from my chairman, General Secretary, and my executive director, Mr. Edward Katende. UDF heavily appreciates the support from Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperative towards the government of Ugandans. UDF shall support her. Asante Sana PS, Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, and all her ministers. Signed by Kambu Umar Nordi.
Thank you very much. Good morning, fellow cooperators, guests of honor, and Madam PS. We are excited at our institute that this has finally come to pass, because we do a simple piece of work to provide and connect cooperatives with business solutions. And for that to work, without data, you cannot get that done. So this, like the PS said, is a revolution. And what I am reading about revolution when I was a student of political science in Makere, is that revolutions level the hills, fill the valleys, clear the forest, until it reaches its destination. So it means you are going one solution and one option to be part of the journey. Otherwise, the levels you are fixed going with you. So please, fellow cooperators, this is something we can't joke with. We got to take very seriously and translate our life into as simple as how it is being shown last year. It will make a big difference in the way we do business and the way we access and achieve in our business. You'll begin to see the returns. It may not take 1 or 2 years, but you begin to see that with this, your returns will start improving, because it forces you to maintain correct data to submit. And once you submit it, correct data, you then know what the status is, you do something about it. So that's really what, for me, is a big thing about it. Thank you very much. The Minister, everybody did this. We do many things with cooperatives, but I only have about 2 things to talk about today. As you can see, I'm dressed in something branded called the COP profile. It's a similar data collecting tool, but what it does is to deal with the capacity of the cooperative in what is called the cooperative identity. It uses the Cooperative Resilience Measurement Index, which was drawn out of the cooperative identity after some 3 studies in Uganda, which has developed what we call the Cooperative Resilience Measurement Index. And that covers the principles, the values, and the ethical values of cooperatives. Using that index, if you enter all your data correctly, especially on what you've been doing, and all the questions correctly, it will give you which areas of your cooperative you need to focus on to improve your performance. In 2 ways: improve your business performance, but also improve adding value to your members. Because as we know, our first and primary business partners of a cooperative, or clients of a cooperative, are your members first, then the rest come next. So that's what the co-profiler does for you, to help you become a real cooperative that doesn't only make money, but adds value to the social welfare, the family well-being of the members of the cooperative. Then you become a complete cooperative. That's what it does. The second thing we do, which I will just quickly mention about here, is we produce a magazine which is both online and print version. The print version comes monthly, the online version is a daily by minute, at least 4 or 5 stories every day. It depicts stories about cooperatives from all over the country. We have reporters all over the country. Please, we need to hear your stories. And the first thesis will be sharing the details of these reporters with you, both on radio and on emails and WhatsApps. Please connect with them so they write the stories of what you're doing and of the story. The story is told from your perspective, because that's one way of continually marketing yourself. If we did not get the reporters here who are going to report about us, we could talk about here the whole day, and nobody who has not been here would know that we have done something so important for the corporate movement today. That's the same thing we should be doing during your AGMs, during your trainings, during your other meetings. Call them, let us know we can get a report for you, because they're all over the country anyway. The second thing is, if you're a government official, the lead story, or you are a politician, member of parliament, the lead story, the cover story of the cooperator always has a message for government. It is its policy that its message, the cover story, is an advocacy message to the government. It therefore means if I was a government official or a member of parliament or a councillor, my eye is to focus on what's the cover story on this month of the Cooperative magazine. What does it say? What do we do about it? Because usually at the end of that, it gives recommendations on what could be done to deal with that challenges, put an opportunity to even make it better, which government has to deal with. So that's how the cooperative is arranged. With those two, if for the cooperative, I would like to request that for both of them, we would like to more and more to subscribe. The cooperative, you subscribe, and we get you monthly print version to your office. Or you get on your subscribe online and on a minute by minute. You can even get all this print story online. Now what that means is you can get stories about cooperatives both in Uganda and outside Uganda. And because the cooperative does 3 things: news, daily news, education, always there's some particular story about something about cooperatives and what they should do to improve. Educational thing about professional educational thing. And the third thing is the advocacy. So once you see that, you'll find it has value in everything you do all the time as a cooperative. Those are the 2 things I thought for now today I will share with you. The rest are many other things we do, but I thought these are the 2 things to talk about today. Thank you very much for this revolution, and thank you for this transformation. Transformations do not work like revolution. They slowly and gently take you that direction until you reach. So you have no alternative. If you don't want change, change will change you. That is it.
Thank you.
If you resist change, change will change you. And when change changes you, it will be a big rule. So you better join it and proceed part of the change. God bless you. Thank you.
the German Cooperative and Raiffeisen Confederation. Please don't get confused about the word Raiffeisen. It's the easier family name of one of the 2 founding fathers of the cooperative movement in Germany. So in Germany, the cooperative movement can look back at over 150 years. And we can say that we are quite proud because the cooperative sector had a significant contribution to how the country is working these days. Here in Uganda, we've been around since 2019, and we are being funded by the German Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development. They have a budget line called Promotion of Social Structures, through which DGRB is funded, amongst 8 other organizations that are active here in Uganda. Just 2 weeks ago, we had a delegation visiting from Germany from our ministry, and amongst, besides DGRB, they're visiting, just to mention a few, German Red Cross, there was Malteser, there's Kolping, and I'm sharing this with you because we had a trip, I would say almost in every corner of this country, and as diverse as the activities are of these organizations, they had one commonality. There was at least a pre-cooperative group, or there was a cooperative involved in any activity all over the country. And I found that very impressive, and I was so happy to see that because it shows what a thriving engine cooperatives are for Uganda. Now here in Uganda, DGRB recently has been active in the areas of health cooperatives, together with our esteemed partner, the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. We've been working with SACCOs, energy cooperatives. Another topic was the issue on audit for cooperatives, one for the cooperatives themselves, but also for the pre-qualified auditors. And we are very happy to be part of this movement here in Uganda. And looking at today's topic, the MIS, to me, to us, and I would like to mention my colleague Pamela, who is sitting just over there, and also our colleague Aldan, whom I'm also representing here. We are impressed to see what this MIS can do for the sector when you embrace it. We heard that it brings together supply and demand. We also think that it can create transparency, that more and more on the way this sector is flourishing, there's transparency on what the sector actually is contributing to the economic and social welfare of the country. And we are very happy to be part of it. We wish you all the best. We wish to see the Cooperative Registry MIS flourishing, and I just can say thank you for having us here.
Okay. Yes, we welcome National Insurance Corporation. Representative is there. As he comes, allow me to recognize division councillors who are present from Barasite North. Yes, thank you for coming. Then City division councillors from City South present. You are welcome. Then City councillors, we welcome you. Thank you.
Thank you, MC, and our guest of honor, and all dignitaries present. We are honored to have been invited to witness the launch of the digitalization process. As NIC, we get excited with initiatives and tools like this because as a player in the insurance industry and space, our biggest consumption is the data that you have. Now, in the case of the SACCOs and cooperatives, from your space. From the demonstrations that we've seen here, we've seen that this system will be able to enable the public and other consumers of the COP data to see the status of our cooperatives and SACCOs almost in real time. For us as insurers, as we are designing risk management procedures and tools and products, the biggest information we base on is the data. And what an honor to see this happening in a government space. While I congratulate you, Ministry of Trade and Cooperatives, I also pity your management and the management structure for the next 2 years. You are government. I know how you're going to struggle with your staff to change the mindset and the thinking, to break the other thinking that, you know what, everything has to be physically filed in a shelf somewhere, and to get them all engrossed in utilizing tech. I pity you. It's still some work that you're going to do. This is just the start. But I know that about maybe 24 months from now, you'll be seeing a completely different and changed cooperatives department and the whole ministry at large. Congratulations. At NIC, we pride ourselves in providing insurance services and other risk management tools around insurance. We've been working with cooperators. We've got a number of your, do we call them clients? So for us, we call them circle clients that have chosen to work with us as they go ahead fostering savings and lending to the members and all. We come in and provide solutions and some form of management and covers to that money that your cooperators are lending to their members. It is such an exciting journey. We have a range of products, and most recently we also jumped into the digital frame, and we've launched products now which are as cheap as $1 a month for a cover which can go to as high as about 20 million. This is what digitalization does. It enables you to save the cost so that your products are cheaper and now can be accessed and afforded by almost everyone. That is why as a NIC we are very, very excited to be part of your journey. And my commitment is that wherever that you will have your roadshows, the ministry, we will go along with you and participate with your members and help in the education and help with the sensitization and lend a hand towards this very interesting process. I did not probably introduce myself as I was starting. My name is Lubandi. I'm an insurer for about 20 years now, and also an accountant for so many years now. And I'm honored to serve as the managing director of NIC. While you mentioned that your first cooperative was in 1951, for us, we are a little younger than you. We started business here in 1964, and we believe we'll be here in another probably 200 years after we are all gone. Congratulations, Ministry of Trade and Industry, and may God bless you in your journey of business. Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lovandi, for that commitment, and we look forward to seeing you as we have more of these engagements. UCA, the floor is yours. 5 minutes, then we'll get Chief of Party, USA.
Good afternoon, fellow cooperators. Yes, I'm representing a very big team. Can I see my staff near me and the board members? UCA. Because for me, I'm representing a very big team. Staff, and board members. Meanwhile, as the Toyanda Jonas, Finance, the chairperson of the Cooperative Alliance. And before I proceed, you allow me to introduce my fellow board members. You can welcome them. These are board members. Then back. The names, you can see.
Hello. My name is Honorable Maxwell Akora. I'm chairman of Lamo Cooperative Union Board of Directors and a member of parliament from Maruzi County in Apache district in Lamo sub-region. I'm glad to be here in the land of milk and honey, as Robert said. What I want to say is that today is the beginning of a new normal that we cannot do without information, and this is the way to go. The English have a saying that things went on the square wheels. You know, you can imagine a square wheel, you cannot feel comfortable. So the manual records that we had were square wheels, but now we are in a round wheel. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please call me Olad Bernard. I'm a board member, Uganda Cooperative Alliance, and chairman, board of directors, Okoro Coffee Growers Cooperative Union, where the best quality coffee is found. And if you want to get our coffee, I will be able to tell you more about it when you take it. This is not the right forum. Thank you.
Thank you. And the entire team of staff. Because of time, protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also coming from Ankore Coffee Producers Cooperative Union. Nearby here, we are neighbors here. Our head offices are nearby in Shema, and he has talked about the best quality coffee. But on record even, I'm glad to inform you that we are the best coffee producers in this country. Yes, it has some evidences and whatever. Where I want to thank Madam PS for selecting us to demonstrate and feed the NAM meeting, so you can see the record. Thank you. Anyway, I want to, what is UCA? Uganda Cooperative Alliance is an apex body of all cooperatives in this country, in Uganda. And it was legally recognized in 1961 up to now. Yes, thank you. We shall not take long because time. What we do, one is capacity building. As I have seen already here, we need Madam PS to build other capacities. Otherwise, we can see much is lacking concerning the system. We need to improve on that, and UCA can do that. We make recommendations to government concerning policy issues in relation to cooperatives. Honorable Rukali, it's what we do, and we want to thank government, the fellow board member here, not MP here, because that one has assisted cooperators from one step to another. Can we clap for ourselves, members? Then we do arbitration in the case of any disputes. Whatever I'm saying is mandated by the Act of Parliament. So we are almost in the sector of government, and we are serving many people. As Uganda Cooperative Alliance, we are serving over 18 million people. You can see the power of cooperation. Can I see cooperators? You can stand up and you are big people in this country. Cooperators, can we stand up? Can we stand up and we clap for ourselves? Thank you so much. I will be too brief because of time. Here I want to thank and salute my team here, yes, you can proceed to what is your name and what do you do?
Thank you so much, Chair. Good afternoon, cooperators, our guest, chief guest, Madam PS and everyone. My name is Ivan Asigwe, the General Secretary of the Cooperative Alliance. Happy to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. So for the ministry, MTIC, Madam PS, we want to thank you and congratulate you for this milestone. Can we clap for the ministry because of this innovation? A lot has been shared. I will make just a statement that at the end of the day, having gone through whatever that was presented before us, cooperators were the right beneficiaries. Isn't it? Thanks so much. Once we appreciate the ministry, I'm too small to call Madam PS to come in front and I say this, but I know you are flexible. You come here and I tell people what you did for cooperators. When we are there struggling as UCA, you know we got subvention from government of 3 billion, and the one who started that journey is the one you see in front of you. Now we are greatly honored, and we are happy with you and whatever you are doing for cooperators. Can we appreciate her once again and the entire ministry? Then if we applaud the ministry, we have to applaud our president. Because without the current peace, the current environment, this time we all need to stand up and appreciate our president. Isn't it, members? Yes. We also appreciate the parliament, because whatever we are doing, Honorable Bukari, for the first time since 1961, it's when UCL received subvention of 3 billion. And we are proud of you as Parliament and the entire government. Lastly, members, we have shared a lot. We need to go. I have been calculating the distance here. Someone traveling from Kalenga, it takes 2 to 3 days to Kampala. You are spending money, you are spending time looking for registration. Now that it is being to be done even in your room, it will take less than 30 minutes. Can we applaud and of course receive this? Thanks so much. I don't want to take much of your time. Only that to say when you are passing by in Kampala, you pass by your home in Nkrumah, then you ask fellow members there, it's your home. Thanks so much for this innovation, and I want to pledge total support in this. We shall go together and address many challenges. Thanks so much. Wishing you the best.
Thank you, God, Chair.
And before I leave, if you want the best coffee, as I've already told you, you go nearby our offices there at ACPCU. The cappuccino is there, espressos are there. Whatever you want, you will be okay with ACPCU. Thanks so much. And I want to thank this guy. He has given cooperators a lot, even airtime, to come to TV and Radio West. And he, of course, expressed issues of cooperators. Dixon, I want to thank you. Yes, thanks so much. Thanks so much. I'm sorry for the time taken, so sorry.
Indeed, go ahead. Now you will kumbe ngalokan mananizia kumishuka BSc. Allow me, Madam PS, once again to disturb your peace, request you to, we are amending the program a bit, allow you to come, because today we are launching the digitalization of registration of cooperatives, into cooperative registry management information system. So we have the minister here present, and I will request online, of course digitally the minister is present. I request Madam PS to come and welcome the minister to address this gathering.
As you can see, my minister has gone E as well. Please put your hands together for the full Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives, Honorable Francis Mwevesa. The moment he was not able to be with us in person, he has requested to address us virtually, and I am glad that you are online. Please put your hands together for Honorable Francis Mwevesa.
Honorable, you can start. Honorable, nobody can hear you. Please first wait. Someone has got to unmute you.
Honorable Kali, Honorable Maxwell Accord, Permanent Secretary, other senior government officials present, the Chief Party of USID, the future, Uganda, the RTC, the OC5 chairperson, the mayor, the district commercial officers, the entire district leadership of Mbara City and Mbara district. Our host, the chairperson, WC1, the IT partners, Data Care Uganda, staff minister of trade of industry and cooperatives, the press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for honoring our invitation, and I welcome you to this occasion when the ministry is launching the Cooperative Legislation Management Information System. The cooperative movement is a key driver in the economic development of Uganda. It has been a key partner of the government in the implementation of development programs such as the Presidential Initiative on Job Creation and Poverty Eradication, the MIOGA, and the Paris Development Model, PDM. We have now over 4,500 cooperatives, which has now diversified its activities, various sectors of the economy, promote democratic, accountable, and transparent governance and efficient management of cooperatives. The ministry has initiated several strategic interventions, including policy, regulatory reforms, and digitalization, among others. As a regulator of cooperatives, the registrar of cooperatives is to ensure that cooperatives provide services to its members and that the members hold the services and its members and the members hold elected leaders accountable at the annual general meeting. Statistics in the ministry indicates that there has been a tremendous increase in the number of cooperatives registered. We now have over 45,000 registered cooperatives which are diversified in various sectors of the economy. The digital system is intended to simplify services delivered to various cooperatives. It is gratifying to inform cooperators, stakeholders, development partners, and the general public that services relating to registration of cooperatives can now be accessed online. These services include registration, filing of returns, approval of maximum liability, registration of debentures, etc. benefits of the online system. Ladies and gentlemen, the cooperative registration management information system comes with a number of benefits, increasing operational efficiency and significantly reducing cost of doing business, subsequently improving service delivery. Enable the process of registration of the cooperative online without coming to the ministry. Reduce time and costs of registration for both government and the public. Facilitate data collection and analysis there by improving on planning in the sector. Improving gender participation in cooperative activities. The digitalization is being done with support from USAID, FEED, the Future Uganda institutional and system strengthening activity. The development partners USAID, FEED, and Future has funded the entire process, and now we have cooperative registration management system developed. 2. Files for over 4,000 cooperatives onboarded on the system. 3. Stakeholder engagement meetings have been conducted. 4. User acceptance tests have been conducted to test the efficiency and usability of the system. I call upon the public and all operators to get ready for the transition to a road vision of benefits to train ESOs, operators, and other stakeholders about the system. I now take the pleasure to launch the cooperative registration management information system. I thank you for listening to me. I would have been with you, but other state engagements that were given to me have not been able to be with you before. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Minister Francis Mwevesa, for your words. And in the best interest of time, I think we move back to earlier on. We were expected to have the Chief of Party US, but we amended a bit. So back to the program. Chief of Party, come and address this congregation. I think we will use the answers.
Thank you, moderator, our minister, our chief guest, and the permanent secretary, and government officials present, and everybody who is invited. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm Didas Kumwesiga. I'm the chief of party for Feed the Future Uganda institutional and system strengthening activity, and also a cooperator. I think it's good that I also say I am a cooperator. I also saw my chairman of my cooperative here. So I'm here in many hats also as a cooperator. I'll be very brief. Many words have been said here, so I'll be very brief. And my first point is to congratulate the ministry. Congratulations. Before PS came, I think you came when we had just made contact with the ministry about this for about 2-3 months. Your visionary leadership has seen us this far. And that's why I say congratulations to the ministry and the whole team. And also to say that the team you gave us was really robust. From our side, yes, we were robust, but from your side, we had a robust team. Thank you very much. My second point is appreciation. That the ministry gave us an opportunity as an activity to work together on this. Some of the ministries we have been approaching, they would say, no, you wait, let's see. But the Ministry of Trade accorded an opportunity for us to contribute to the life of Ugandans, and we thank you for that. PS, you requested for commitment after this process. We do commit that these processes will continue, and we will reach out to as many operators as possible.
We also request that all the other interventions that we are working on also move faster, including the development of the export development strategy, the implementation of the national grain strategy, and also the ministry strategic plan. We look forward to having those implemented to the full. So as I conclude, as we live here, the challenge PS is how do we roll out to every corner of this country? I propose and suggest to you that probably I've seen many willing partners here. You could put us together into a rollout team and coordinate us via that, and then we can leverage resources and be able to see this thing root within Uganda. With that, allow me to stop here and wish you a good afternoon.
Thank you, Chief of Party, for those few but many words, and we thank you for the commitment made towards this continued support, the ministry and of course the government of Uganda in general. Now, next on the program is the official launch of Cooperatives Registry Management System. I request Honorable Ukari, I request PS to come and officially launch. And to the members of the congregation, a lot has been said. I believe we have questions. At a later time, after the launch, I will pick a few questions so that where we need any inquiry and where we need any clarification, so the relevant officers will be able to respond. Then also important to note, there are stalls out there, those body clinics, they have a number of items they are showcasing. You'll be free to pass by, pick any item of your choice, as long as you'll be in position to pay. They're up for payment. So the floor is yours, Honorable Minister and PS, as Mary will guide on how to proceed as far as the launch is concerned.
Yes, thank you very much. I take the privilege and honor to welcome our very special guest today to come and welcome the system and officially launch it. So the people with the system, please bring it so that it can be officially welcomed and launched. Yeah, please care as you come up. I think we don't need this. So the PS you can call whoever else you'd like to welcome the system with.
You're here, Mary, you're representing the IT department. I would like a representative from the Cooperatives department, Mr. Pachiri, to come and join us. And I think we have got the key stakeholders, we have got UCA chair. I think this will do.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome the system that we are launching today with all the different things that we will do. And I will hand over to the PS to just, you can then officially launch after telling us what you have on your cards that the system will do.
Well, I think as a matter of process, I'm going to tell you what I have, and specifically, it is the same as what is on the placard, which has been put on stage. So mine, I have the onboarding of existing cooperatives.
Thank you. Mine, we need more cooperatives, circles in yoga, and the main cooperatives, please. We need many more. Thank you.
As we have been sharing, document certification has been a challenge. Now that it has been addressed, this is now the way to go. Thank you.
Now you'll be able to make your maximum liability requests online. Thank you.
So with
with that, we declare that the system of the Cooperatives Registration Management System, Information System has been launched. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Gary. Thank you, Madam PS, for this activity and officially launching this registry management information system. We thank you. Yes, can we congratulate? Then we get questions. We are going into a Q&A session, and of course, in the best interest of time, I will request we keep questions very brief. I understand time is not our best friend, and of course, we are also hungry. Okay, we just come up for presentations. All of you that made presentations, a question might come in your area, probably, but allow me recognize the presence of District Commercial Officer, Chirugura District, and the focal person in Yoga in Chirugura District Local Government. Where is he? Stand for recognition. Yes, there it is. Thank you for coming. So, a boost of going to be was a here. Yes.
Hello. Thank you very much, Margarita. To see the Deus, and I represent Uganda Agricultural Cooperative Union as chairman, and I want to, of course, to appreciate the revolution that has been just launched. But I only wanted to make one appeal and request that the ministry deliberately puts up a deliberate strategic message of how to empower our district commercial officers so that they can be able to roll down this revolution. And they need to be built in capacity, both in facilities and training. So there should be a deliberate vote at that level, really, if this revolution is to succeed and to take effect very immediately. That is my concern. I request, hopefully, the ministry will take care of that. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Deputy. Any other question? Yes, make it brief. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm crossing over that side.
The name is Graham, and I head IT to the Millennium Circle 24. My biggest worry in launching such systems is that, first of all, we have communities that are hard to move. That is one. Another thing, we operate in very remote areas, and these areas do not have network connectivity. If at all we had addressed, or if at all we had gone digital, our first movement would have been electricity. Another thing, connectivity and affordability of the internet that we want to use. If you say we are going to use internet in such places, which do not even have masses, you go to a place like the Sindro, live down there, and the best you can get is 2G. If we are being honest, 2G on such a system, can we really achieve something? So my biggest worry is on our network connectivity in places that we operate in. How is that going to be addressed?
Thank you. I think I'm picking the last question from this side, then I will cross over.
Yeah, thank you very much, moderator. I'm Dennis Akambasa, manager of our People's Circle. My my concern is like it's like this. I have seen like the way you're explaining about the system. It's like you're concerned about too much of the people who are coming in with new cooperatives. So I did see where we're explaining like for those people who already have cooperatives, and how can now someone jump the first step of reserving the names and whatever, and then to go direct now to get the documents on board. Secondly, maybe another question would go another another issue would be this issue of now names. In most cases, you find that you have already registered the name, and then you now, when you go to maybe AGMs and whatever, you find that the people are now suggesting another name to be changed. I haven't seen why maybe you could find that the system is providing provision for changing the names for a certain cooperative to another name. So I would need maybe more clarification on that. Thank you.
Thank you, MC. Protocol without. Briefly, as me myself, I would want to know the linkage between UMRA and MT, Ministry of Trade, Industries and Cooperatives, then Cooperative Alliance, then Registrar of Cooperatives. Because when you look at all this, there is you find some duplication. I may go to register with MTIC, then I find maybe there is a registration I should make at UMRA. Maybe I have a registration with the Registry of Cooperatives, but maybe there is another step I need to make in one of these other agencies. So, to it may concern, I would need to know that linkage. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Comrade MC, for also citing one in the back bench as I'm proud to represent.
I haven't seen anybody asking. We need to be generous.
My name is Abed Mujani. I happen to represent Ruhira and Daniel Sako, found in Isinjiro district. Whoever wants to speak talks about Isinjiro. Poor Lord is Isinjiro. Poor network is Isinjiro. I think it took longer. This time we will know how poor roads are okay, and the network is there. So feel free. Thank you so much. The session was rather technical and was just limited in a shortest period of time. How I wish we had 3 days here. So I do not know how the leaders are ready to keep up with this kind of trainings, and they enrich them to all areas and all cooperators to make sure that they are enriched and they have enough information about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, my request is more trainings are needed. Whether you need them to be facilitated, whether you facilitate us, we shall be thankful. Thank you. God bless you. I'm a self person. I wish you a nice lunch, if it is there. Thank you.
I think we are getting that lady. Those will receive the first set of 6 questions. Then the floor will be given back the presenters to those who presented first to respond to these questions. Then we will pick a second set of questions, if time allows.
Thank you, the MC. I'm the permanent secretary, protocol observed. My name is Fortunate Awaho, and I'm from Tabula district. I want to thank the ministry, and I want to give a testimony. When they were going through the system, I was, they were fast. But later on, I tried to log in, and I want to assure my colleagues that the system works. We've been to similar engagements where they're actually launching something that is not ready. So I want to say thank you to the ministry for launching something that is working. I've been coordinating smaller groups of women who are engaged in BUBU. And when I reached here and they went through the system, and I said, why not do the registration today? And I want to testify that I've done the work, I have done the payment, so my application is pending. And since the whole ministry is here, please approve my registration. Thank you very much. God bless you.
I request the relevant officers. Yeah. Thank you, Registrar.
Thank you very much, operators. I will ask Mary to get closer. And we respond to the questions. Thanks very much, Fortunate, for testifying that the system works. Earlier when I was giving the welcome remarks, I did challenge you that you on board into the system, and tomorrow you will not need to walk to farmers and some company. Thank you so much. It's a live system, it's working. Thank you so much. Mr. Mujuni, training, is asking for training. Mr. Mujuni, as we roll out this system, first on agenda is going to be training. It's going to be training after we have done, actually we are going to incorporate training in the zonal launches that we plan to do. So you don't need to get worried. We are going to empower the cooperators in terms of knowledge to be able to use the system. Empowering the commercial officers. I'm very happy that the Honorable Minister is in attendance. The Honorable Chair of the Trade Forum, both in Parliament and even locally here, is here. And above all, we have the board of UCA did inform you that one of their roles is to engage government. We have all heard you. We shall work towards empowering the district commercial officers. In terms of training, this one is going to start immediately. And I'm sure by close of next week, many commercial officers should be able to facilitate this. Now, rolling out where it's remote, you will recall those who have been around for some time and those who have done business with the government. Government is implementing the IFMS system, and it's now across government. But as it was starting, it started with regional centers. We shall start with this, and this one also adds up to the empowering of the district commercial officers. So our plan is to start with the regional service centers, such that at least you can be able to move. If this work cannot be done at the district, your district, you should be able to reach the region and provide the service. You can give Mary to continue with that. And, okay. It's pointing to something which is talking about UCA. What is UCA? What is UMRA? What is Ministry of Trade? And what are the roles, the various aspects that they do? I'll try and be brief. And as I answer this, Uganda Cooperative Alliance has been here. They have introduced themselves to us and what they do. They do capacity building, they do low band advocacy, they do a lot, as the chair said. Chair Jonas was just here a few minutes ago before the minister. So they do that. Now when you talk about WUMRA, and then the registrar, and then the Minister of Trade, I'll begin by answering that the Minister of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives is where the Register of Cooperative Societies is located, or is housed. In that ministry, we implement the Cooperative Societies Act, now as amended 2022. I will not go through the evolution of this law, but Mr. Mutalo did mention here, Section 2 establishes the office of the Registrar of Cooperative Societies. So, this office is established under the office, the Cooperative Societies Act, to do regulation and development of cooperatives. As a summary of what this office does, what we have been taken through as what the system will be doing.